Hello, doctor. Thank you for seeing me today. I don't know if you can help me or not. I got so many things on my mind right now. It all started when I went to go visit my friend Johnny. He inherited this cabin from his uncle recently, and he asked me to meet him there because something strange was going on, and I don't know what. The cabin is just outside of Windsor, the Canada side. We've been friends for a long time. We used to play hockey together here in Detroit. So I drove out there right after work. Noises, more like feelings deep in my head. Got real bad when I went through the tunnel. It only takes 15 minutes to get through the tunnel, but something was different. I was more aware of time, moving slower. It felt like 30 minutes or more. I checked the clock, only 15 minutes. On the Canada side, it's another hour up Highway 61. I put some music on. During the drive, I got worried. This low-pitched ringing in my ears. I don't have tinnitus, but I think it was like that. The low sounds. The sounds were all over, everywhere, somehow. Outside, inside my head. Anyway, when I got there was no sign of Johnny. Even worse, the place was a dump. Looked like no one had been there in years. On a table, I found an antique music box and a note from Johnny. It just said, "Gone to find the answer from this music box. Jay." I played the music box several times. The music was strange. I don't get it. But it got in my head. It was asking a question, or maybe it was an answer to the low ringing noises. Suddenly I felt like I needed to go find Johnny. The song of the music box played in my mind, but outside there was the low droning sounds again. I followed them, and as I was walking, I felt more awake and more alive. Everything in my ears was louder, all my senses were stronger. I tasted the fog. It tasted like pine cones. I could see in the dark details, particles. Time was slowing down again. I felt the temperature rising, and I kept going, and there it was. Not my friend, but this big, huge quartz-type rock. There was light coming from the inside of it. The sound was coming from this rock. No sign of Johnny. Back at the cabin, I made a fire and I tried to go to sleep. I decided I would drive back to Windsor tomorrow morning and file a missing persons report for Johnny.
Must you always do that?
Do what?
That. Slam the door. You can't just close it. You always slam it. Gives me a heart attack.
Here, I got something for you. I'm just really excited about this case. The missing person? Have you read this guy's story? They say he went up to the abandoned cabin of Highway 61. That place is famous.
Gosh, listen to you. That place is famous. That place should be condemned. I would burn it down. So, is the owner finally dead?
You know about that big crystal rock, right? It's right near the cabin. Well, actually, it's not a big crystal anything. It's more like a million years of saltwater deposits. Natives say if you listen real close, you can hear the sound of the ancestors behind the rock. It's pretty cool, huh? Some guy took some audible seismic readings.
Took what?
Audible seismic readings. Recordings, really. Found out that there's this very quiet, low-pitched sound due to the pressure of the water beneath the mountain and the rock. It's very quiet, it's very low, it's very soft. Scientists call it infrasound.
Infrasound? Where do you get this stuff?
Yeah, it's a real thing. People go crazy hearing it. There's this documented case of this guy on the International Space Station. He keeps hearing these super low frequencies, you know. He's up there in isolation for over a year. When his partner comes aboard to join him, he pulls a knife on him. Are you even listening to me, Loelle?
Slow down, Mr. Science Guy. We're going there right now. This guy who filed the missing persons. What's his name? I don't like him.
His name's Mark Peters. What do you mean you don't like him? You've never met him. Well, neither have I.
This is Joe Corral bringing you the highlights of tonight's end of the season match between the Detroit Panthers and the Grand Rapids Hawks. Whoever wins this game goes on to the state semifinals next week. The Panthers offense dominated tonight with 18 shots on goal to the Hawks' 11 shots on goal. However, the Hawks defense outperformed the Panthers. Due to COVID-19 restrictions, no spectators were allowed in the stands, but that didn't stop either of these teams from putting on a great show. At 1 minute 44 into the first period, the action started with the Panthers' first offensive run against the Hawks defense. However, both Cochran and Benatar of the Panthers were unable to score. The action continued scoreless for the first 15 minutes, and then Deaver for the Hawks easily gets through the sleepy Panther defense to make this successful drive, putting them on the scoreboard 1-0. Late in the first period, the Panthers tried this combination, Cochran to Peterson to Benatar. No go, shot blocked by the Hawks. On the buzzer of the first period, the Panthers try again. Peters to Benatar, shoots and scores, tying the game at 1-1. Early in the second period, Meyer for the Hawks gets around the Panther defender and scores. The Hawks now lead 2-1. At 7.5 minutes into the second period, Cochran for the Panthers makes this bold steal, but could not convert it into a goal. Halfway through the second period, Peters shoots, blocked, and Benatar is there to sweep it in. Panthers tie it up 2-2. Third period, and the Hawks are not giving up. Myers to Deaver, passes back to Myers, gets around the Panther defenders, he shoots and scores! The Hawks lead again, 3-2. 11 minutes into the game, Cochran makes a run at Deaver, pushes him into the boards. Looks like a penalty that the referee may have missed. 5 minutes left in the game. Panthers working for another goal. Peters to Benatar. Benatar to Cochran. He scores! That ties it up once again, 3-3. 2.5 minutes remaining. Face off near the Hawks net. Peters gets the puck to Benatar. He shoots, too high. Less than 2 minutes on the clock. Panthers have got their mojo working. Peters to Benatar to Cochran. Cochran shoots, no go again. Blocked by the Hawks goalie. 10 seconds on the clock. Panthers make one more power play. Cochran to Peters. Peters to Benatar. Benatar scores with 4 seconds remaining. That will be the game. Now that's what I call intensity. The Detroit Panthers have beat the Grand Rapids Hawks 4-3 and will go to the state semifinals next week. This is Joe Corral signing off.
Yes, we beat them! Yes! You were great, man. You, me, Dave. What a team! You set me up, shot on goal. He scored! Yes! We're on fire. We all were on fire. Yeah. But mostly me. Dave. Mostly you. That's right.
Looks like an email from our Canadian neighbors. Want our help with a missing person. Well, let's get started. Name is Johnny Cochran. No photo, no address, no number. Question. Detective Leo Marshal, Detroit PD. Please provide a full copy of the Johnny Cochran missing persons report. Thank you. Meanwhile, let's see what we can get with just a name. Where are you, Mr. Johnny Cochran? Michigan driver's license, 4 possible matches, former addresses, 13 possible matches, court records, no matches found. No prior complaints or arrests for any of these Johnny Cochrans. Well, good for them.
Hey, that is so cool that your dad owns the rink, my man. Yeah, thanks a lot for opening it up and letting us practice tonight. Sure, what are friends for? Hey, listen, you guys want to come inside and take a look at the safe? What for? My old man keeps a bunch of dough in there, and sometimes I like to help myself, you know? Hey, you mean you steal from your father? I prefer to think of it as a gift he gives to his loving son. Hey, that's all you, man. That's not for me.
I've never been to this place before. Have you seen the rock?
No. This will be my first time, too. And I doubt we'll find anything. I have been to that abandoned cabin once, though.
Oh, really? What was that like?
kind of like storage people, but without any people. Some hiker was complaining about some weird noises, so we went and checked it out. That place is stuffed with junk. Some guy named Peterson used to own it.
Huh. Oh, GPS says next right. And then the map disappears. No cell reception. I saw a lot of tracks coming up this way while we were walking. I think people just come up here to look at it. Or to touch it.
I think I hear the low sound. I definitely feel the vibration in the rock. I think there's something in there.
Let's go to the cabin.
You mean the death shack?
Wait, someone died there?
The cabin died.
Face page. What a waste of time. Say something, Mr. Peters. Fine, I'll say something. Well, it looks like a lot of people like to show photos of what they are eating for dinner. I can do that. There we go. Take a photo. There, that's what I'm having for dinner. Oh, you have 22 notifications. No. Thank you. Delete. Johnny and I are doing just fine. Aren't we, Johnny? Come on, man, pick up the phone.
Hey, I'm at work right now. What's going on?
I know you're at work right now, but I am too. But listen, this is really important, and I just had to call you.
What's going on, man?
It's about your girlfriend, Cheryl. I just got off the phone with her a few minutes ago, and she's really upset. And
She called you instead of me?
yeah, she called me instead of you because she said that if she called you, she's just crying, and then you would get upset at her, and then you'd be mad, and then it'd just be an argument. So anyway, listen, it's about Dave.
What happened?
Last night, Cheryl's getting off work at the bar, and her car wouldn't start. So Dave just happened to be there as a customer, and so he offered her a ride home. So on the way home, he starts with the, look, I did you a favor, maybe you can do me a favor.
I'm gonna kill him.
All right, so after that, she's just all crying, and she can barely get the words out, and Dave was just all over her. He wouldn't stop. She couldn't stop him, and anyway, she hates him for it, of course. She hates him.
I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna kill him! do. I know she was your girl, but now it's her and me. It's not my fault, man. It just happened between us.
Look, I really don't think this was her idea.
Well, she didn't put up much of a fight. I think she liked it just fine. Damn, monkey! Damn,
You really want her back? Now that she's pregnant?
The perimeter of the cabin looks normal to me. Did you find anything?
Nothing. Except for those tire tracks we talked about earlier.
Yeah, like it said in the report, there were a couple of cars up here recently. Let's go up to the cabin. Right up here.
I think our Mark Peters might be suffering from misophonia.
Misophobia? What the hell is that?
Misophonia. It's actually from two Greek words. Miso, hatred, and phonia, which is sound. So it's like an allergy. It's how some people can't tolerate certain sounds, like the sound of helicopter blades.
I thought that was like PTSD. I can't stand hearing my baby crying.
Maybe that was a bad example. Let's change the subject. So this music box, the locals say that the natives have a tradition where if you play music for the ancestors, that they'll become your friends. So the music box, maybe the owner of it had it so that they could placate the spirits.
Oh gosh, Chuck. First saltwater deposits and now evil spirits. Try being a detective, okay?
Gotcha. Fuck you again. That's two, sucker. That's enough, man. Is he okay? Dude, are you alright?
Maybe unconscious.
Dude! Get up! Can you hear me? Get up!
Let's get out of here.
Does it still look the same as the last time you were here?
I don't remember this much green. Ugh. I remember that smell. Ugh.
Yeah, skunk. Jeez. Let's get this over with.
If I was a bear, I could live here.
Yeah, and I could be Goldilocks.
So, I was looking up some missing person statistics. The United States, on average, has 600,000 missing persons every year. The state of Michigan alone has 556 missing persons right now that have never been found.
556, is that a lot for one state?
Well, Michigan currently ranks number 7 as far as most missing persons.
Somehow I knew you'd know the answer to that.
That might be needed as evidence. That's a pretty terrible song, don't you think?
I feel like I know that song. It means something. I don't know. There's nothing here. Let's go.
Now, this is something we can both use. DeleteMeEverywhere.com. privacy protection guaranteed with data removal service. Let's do this. I always said, life should be more simple. Right, Johnny? Right.
What? I don't like this.
It's okay. He'll be all right when he wakes up.
Look, it's not right. It's not right. I gotta go back and just check to see if he has a pulse or something. I'm gonna go back and check it.
Hey. Stow it. Look, Dave is an asshole, okay? It serves him right. Look, besides, we already locked the doors on the way out, okay? We can't go back inside. Maybe he'll feel better when he gets up.
So many photos. Everyone has a million photos. I need more photos. Oh. Yeah?
Is this Mr. Peters?
Do not call list.
Did you file a missing persons report for Johnny Cochran?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I did.
Well, this is Detective Leo Marshal, Detroit Police Department. Since Johnny used to live in Detroit, but may have gone missing in Windsor, the Canadians have asked for our help in finding your friend. Good idea, eh?
Well, it's about time. He should have called me by now.
So you have Johnny Cochran's phone number?
Yeah, I got his number. Oh, hey, I just thought of something.
What's that, Mr. Peters?
Well, it's just that Johnny has always been kind of weird about being off the grid, you know what I mean?
Well, what number do you have as his most recent?
Okay, it's a landline. Let me look it up for you, and I'll text it to you, okay?
That'll be fine. Just send it to this number when we hang up, Mr. Peters.
Hey, listen, maybe this is the reason why he hasn't called me yet. He only has the landline phone at home, and he hasn't been home for a while.
Well, thank you for the information. Now, I'll need to ask you some more questions later. Okay, Mr. Peters? I'm hanging up now. Text me what you have for Johnny's phone number.
He hung up. Okay, Johnny's phone number. I don't know you. I'm not going to give you Johnny's phone number without talking to him about it first. Right, Johnny? Right.
All right, get in the car.
So you're not gonna tell anyone? What are we gonna do?
No, hey.
What are we gonna do?
Hey, shut it, man. You and I both hated that bastard. Remember when he took all that stuff from the liquor store and he told us that if we say anything that he would blame it on us? All that other shit he pulled on us? What he did to your girlfriend? That was Dave, man! I know. I hate him too! Look, he's gonna be alright. He's gonna be okay. But listen, live or die, you can never speak of this ever again. Okay? I mean, but he's gonna live, right? Never! You can never speak of this again! Yeah?
Detective Leo Marshal, Detroit PD. Mark Peters?
Oh, yeah. Come on in. Right this way, Detective. Just sit anywhere you like.
I prefer to stand, thank you.
So, any news on my friend Johnny?
Working on it. How long have you lived here?
Oh, about a month. Work's not been so good lately.
You know, I need a copy of your ID, please.
Okay.
You know, I noticed you have the address here on there.
Well, yeah, doesn't everybody do that?
You know, you never sent me that text message.
What text message?
You were going to send me Johnny's phone number. It might help move things along, you know.
Well, I don't see how. I mean, the phone's just gonna ring off the wall. Johnny never liked all that technology crap, you know what I mean? Do you know that Johnny doesn't have anything on the internet at all? Nothing?
Yeah, I noticed that. I've been checking the hospitals, jails, and mortuaries.
Mortuaries? You mean...
Working on it. You two used to play hockey together?
Yes, that's right.
The Canadians asked me to follow up on that. What league and team did you play with?
Oh, we stopped playing League a long time ago. 20 years maybe. Then after that we just messed around with friends. And we stopped doing that maybe 10 years ago.
Well, what rink did you play at 10 years ago?
Benetars. Have you got any progress to share with me?
Well, there's some progress. I just can't share it yet. Yeah, I see the chessboard. Whose move is it?
Oh, I'm waiting for white to make their move.
Looks like black is in pretty good shape right now. Well, thank you, Mr. Peters. Don't get up. I'll let myself out.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. Come on in.
Wow.
My humble abode.
Oh my gosh, you got your own place. This is great.
Yeah. As long as the game's on, I'm happy anywhere.
Oh, fantastic.
Take a look around. I mean,
Cat?
you got the cat.
Wow.
You got a hallway here.
Right. Oh, nice kitchen.
This is where I like to do all my cooking. This is the kitchen.
Oh yeah, I remember you like to cook.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. What do you got here?
Oh wait, no, that's just a storage closet.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, nothing to see in there.
Well, this is great. Yeah, I'm impressed. Thanks for inviting me over tonight.
Of course, of course. You're my best friend.
Thanks, man. You're my best friend too.
Oh, one sec. Let me grab that. Hello? No, I'm not interested. No. You gotta take me out this list, alright? Not interested. Hey, where'd you go?
Hey, I'm noticing this artwork here is not really your style.
The previous owner left things like this all around the house, you know. But, you know, she said it was good luck.
Dave Benatar has used up all his penalties and is out of the game. Now it's Mark Peters and Johnny Cochran on the power play. Johnny sets up Peters. Peters has a shot. And he scores. That's it. You and me, Johnny. We can do this.
Turn the page with Dr. Ogilvy. Counselling with love.
I want you to think of me as your friend. I am not here to pass judgment on you. I only want to help you work through these things together. Tom and Joanne, you have been happy.
Those type of games. Much too easy.
Mr. Peters, well, I got good news for you. We found your friend, Johnny.
You found Johnny? That is great news. I was kind of hoping that might be him coming through the door.
Well, we'll get to that. There's something I need to ask you first. Do you like to play chess?
I guess so. I'm not that great, but I like it, yeah.
Well, I found you on Facebook and you're a member of the Detroit Chess Club. Isn't that right?
That was a long time ago, but yes, that's right.
Well, the thing about playing chess is, in order to win, you need to anticipate every possible movement of your opponent, right?
Yes. Yes, but so where is my friend Johnny? So no hockey game on tonight?
High school girls softball.
Hey, I see you got the Circle alarm system. That's cool.
Well, no, I got it installed, but I do not want to pay for that monthly monitoring. You know?
Yeah, tell me about it. I hate all those monthly fees. Life should be more simple.
Absolutely.
So, hey, I haven't seen you since the old place. What's going on?
Well, it takes a fair amount of intelligence to play chess well, wouldn't you say?
I don't know! What am I doing here?
You ever been to a doctor for a mental illness diagnosis?
No.
You ever contemplated suicide or attempted suicide, Mr. Peters?
What is this? You're not my shrink?
Well, who is your psychologist?
I don't understand the game you are trying to play here, Detective, but I don't like it. I'm worried about my friend Johnny, and you walked in here a minute ago and you said that you found him, so where is he?
It's you, Mr. Peters, who's been playing a game with us.
What are you saying? I've never said anything to anybody, okay? I've kept up my end.
I know, but it was an accident.
Yes, the police ruled it as an accidental death, so that's it.
That's it? There were witnesses.
We are the witnesses. What are we gonna do? Walk into the police station and say, hey, everybody, remember that accidental death?
Come on, man.
You know, Dave Benatar. We were there.
It's not gonna be like that. The case is closed. It has been for a long time.
Look, the only reason nothing ever happened to us is because the security cameras don't work.
The security cameras at the Benatar ice rink were not working on the night of the owner's son's accidental death. And the security cameras have not been working at the Magnus Peterson house ever since he moved in. But the cameras are working on both sides of the Canada-Detroit tunnel.
That's Johnny's car. You really need this? Get it all out.
I need this. Cleanse yourself, feel better. It's what I want to do.
All right, look, you're my best friend. So if this is what you've got to do, I'm with you, okay?
It's gonna be all right. Thank you. This means a lot to me.
Okay. So you go to the police department tomorrow. You go ahead and tell them everything. Tell them about me. And when they come, I'll be ready to tell them what they need to hear.
Okay.
All right. Don't worry, everything's gonna be fine.
I just want you to be okay. I just want you to be okay. Why do you have to like this?
No need to fear. No need to weep. No need for tears. Now go to sleep. I will cover you. I will cover you.
I just want you back. I just want you back.
Safe you are now in my arms now. Strong
Peters. I live at 256 East Sycamore Drive. I am Mark Peters.
You really are Mark Peters, aren't you?
Yes, of course I am.
Well, I need a little help with some of the details of this case. Your friend Johnny Cochran. He asked you to meet him up at the cabin off Highway 61 near Windsor.
Yes.
Did you drive alone or with somebody?
I drove myself. Look, we've already been...
You drove your gray Toyota RAV4.
Yes, we've been over this.
Johnny had a silver Nissan?
Yes, Johnny's silver Nissan was already at the cabin when I arrived.
You kept us going for a few weeks. You managed to keep 2 Canadian detectives busy with the legend of the Magic Rock, and that was embarrassing. You worked out the second ID in advance, way back after the incident at the ice rink, and you have kept up with updating your address on this second ID. Social media was a nice touch. Well done. Come on in.
What is going on? What is this?
These are the 2 Canadian detectives I told you about. Loelle Spiker and Chuck Andrews.
Well, you thought of almost everything.
You even remembered to leave your car at the cabin. Pardon me. Johnny left his car at the cabin.
Smart. Very smart. There were 2 sets of tire tracks at the cabin, and one of them was a Nissan Sentra.
But we had a problem with the other set of tire tracks. They did not come from your RAV4. They belonged to a Prius. We checked with all the Prius owners in the area, and we found the Zuber driver who drove you to the police station in Windsor.
You see, Mr. Peters, you and Johnny are not the only 2 players in this little game. Unreported until a few days ago, Magnus Peterson also went missing from Detroit, right about the very same time as...
Your alleged Johnny Cochran.
What a coincidence, Mr. Peters.
So what? I don't know any... Whatever you say his name is.
Ah, but you do. Magnus Peterson used to be your best friend. His nickname was Peters. Both of you played hockey for the Detroit Panthers. Ring any bells? We found his body. You practically told us where to dig, and the U.S.-Canada border does cooperate with investigations if we ask nicely and wait patiently.
We've got the border camera photo of Johnny Cochran's car entering the tunnel that day, but there is no record of your RAV4 entering that tunnel. Ever.
I'd say you look like identical twins.
Mr. Peters. Wouldn't you say?
Game is over. You've lost, Mr. Johnny Cochran.
We've got the border camera photo of Johnny Cochran's car entering the tunnel that day. There is no record of your RAV4 entering that tunnel. Ever.
Look like identical twins. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Peters?
What he did to your girlfriend? That was Dave, man!
Hate him too!
Game is over. You've lost, Mr. Johnny Cochran.
Okay. Let's hear the truth. You can start by telling us what happened after you drove through the tunnel.
Hello, Dr. Ogilvy.
What is this?
Thank you for seeing me today. I don't know if you can help me or not, but I've got so much on my mind right now.
Turn the page with Dr. Ogilvy. Counselling with love.
Hello, my name is Dr. Ogilvy.
Hello, Doctor. Thank you for seeing me today. I don't know if you can help me or not. I've just had so much on my mind lately. It all started when I went to go see my friend Johnny. He recently inherited a cabin from his uncle. He said something strange was going on, so I went up there to see him. The cabin is just outside of Windsor, the Canada side. We've been friends for a long time. We used to play hockey together. I'm giving up. The book is closed. The door is shut. No ideas proposed. I'm closing shop. I'm indisposed. The shoe has dropped. Myself exposed. Wrong time for this. Gonna burn my clothes. Cannot run this business. No more wisdom, no more prose. Short and not so sweet responses. Information juxtaposed. No time left to figure out nonsense. Mental illness diagnosed. If not, then soon it will be. With scrutiny, I'm not opposed. Definitions still elude me. End result predisposed. Wrong time for this. Gonna burn my is
All right, Magnus, so how does it feel to be dead?
Ready to get this showered off.
Tonight, you know?
a lot of firsts. Is this the first time you ever got murdered in a movie?
First time I've ever been murdered in a movie. First time I've ever been in the bathtub with another guy.
Well, not literally with another guy.
I'm not naming names.
But
you know what I mean? Who the other man was.
Yeah, we're not showing that footage.
And I'm just glad you got the blood that just washes right off, you know, Mark?
Well, almost. Sorry.
Got church tomorrow.
That's still pretty red, huh? Let's see that. Yeah, dude. Oh, I'm sorry. I
you
remember
were gonna have me put some in my mouth.
That was not my idea.
Like, yeah, swallow a bunch of it. See what happens.
Could you kind of like cough up a big chunk of blood for us, Chuck?
We tried to make it real, really cough up blood. That's it.
All right.
That's a wrap.
That is a wrap.
So you just need the last line.
I guess.
You want to do the whole thing?
I would like to,
Well,
just
let's
in
do it.
case. Yeah, just in case.
Yeah, don't push your foot around. Go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Aren't you willing to commit to this effort?
All right, Leo.
Don't pussy out now.
All right, come on, Detective Leo.
Okay.
Tell me what you got.
All right.
You're so funny.
They don't understand me.
That was not a confession. I will deny everything.
Yeah, but I have pictures.
Oh, you're great. Yeah?
Hello, I'm Detective.
ID. You're supposed to show your wallet.
Well, actually.
And you know what?
Hang a minute.
A little more over here.
Okay. Let me review my mind.
All right. And action. Look right at me. I'm gonna need your ID.
I was just thinking. Stop it.
That is so cool that your dad owns the ring.
Okay.
I wouldn't say steal. I like to gift he would give his loving son. Well, that's not for me, man. That is so cool that your dad owns the ring. Yeah. That is so cool that your dad owns the rink, my man.
Yeah, thanks a lot for opening it up and letting us practice tonight.
Sure.
Oh gosh, Chuck, you're going from salt deposits to evil spirits. Come on, try being a detective, okay?
I know. And take one. Go ahead.
I think our Mark Peters might be suffering from misophonia. Wait, did I say that wrong?
Yes.
How do I say it?
Misophonia.
Misophonia.
Misophonia. Misophonia. Misophonia.
Okay.
Miso, or you can say it slower, like misophonia.
Okay.
And action.
I think our Mark Peters might be suffering from misophonia.
Misophobia? What the hell is that?
Well, it's a word derived from Greek that's got two parts to it. All right.
Oh, almost. You almost got it. All right. So
misophonia. Misophonia.
No, misophonia.
Misophonia.
Yeah, there you go. Misophonia.
Misophonia. Misophonia. All right, I like it.
Miso.
Miso.
Yeah.
Like miso soup.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, we're rolling.
I think our Mark Peters might be suffering from misophonia. Ah!
What?
Miso. Say it one more time, Mark.
Misophonia. Misophonia.
Misophonia. I think
Miso.
it was fine. It was
Misophonia.
I just want this word to be good.
Yeah, but it's...
I'm an actor! I want precision, perfection,
Oh my
feeling!
God. Okay. You're gonna round those dogs up again?
Yeah, alright. Are we running?
Yes.
Okay. Stop.
I love you. Alright.
Okay, stop making me laugh. Okay. Go ahead.
Another airplane. What are they, every 2 minutes, I think?
Well, Michigan currently rates number 7 for most missing persons.
Somehow I knew you'd know the answer to that. I can't keep a straight face. Ugh. I'm so sorry. Do we want to start just like from this, like when we pick it up?
Yeah, you know, I'm going to make a cut in there anyway.
Yeah, okay. Here, let's...
Loelle, this is part of your training. Pull yourself together.
I'm sorry, it's so quiet.